Yo guys, today I wanted to make a video on who I would rank 5 first in each class, who I think are the best rank 5s, and then also who I'm going to rank 5. Because once all of these Karina's challenges are done, and then 9.4 is out on the 15th, I think everyone will have at least one rank 5, and some will have 2, 3, 4 even. I think a couple spenders will have 4. So I should get around 4 in the next at least week or so. So I'm gonna start with who I think is the best of each class. So for science, I would say that overall, so a lot of people are talking about Torch. I definitely don't think Torch is the best rank 5. Out of all these options here, I would personally say Spider-Woman is still probably the best, even though she's been nerfed. I just think she's the best. She was really good in the Ordeal for Heroes. I don't know if she was very good in Abyss, or she was decent in Epoche as well, or Epoch. Yeah, I think she's a great option. Definitely the best for BGs in defense and attack in that mode. I'd say she's the best overall. I think Count Nefaria is slightly better for pure utility and questing and things like that, but I think Spider-Man was just way better overall, and she definitely makes up with it defensively. So I'd say Spider-Woman, Nefaria, and then maybe Photon. Photon's probably the best defender here, but a lot of skill champs counter her now. She's not as good on offense. So I'd say Spider-Woman, Count Nefaria, Photon, and then some sleeper picks would be, I think, Lizard. A lot of people have Lizard Ascended. He's very easy to get Ascended. I think Ascension 2 rank 5 Lizard would be very, very good. And then High Evolutionary, I think he's probably one of the most rank 5 champs, but that's purely for prestige. So if you get High Evolutionary Ascension 2 rank 5 prestige, he's going to have the highest prestige in the game, and he's a pretty good defender. But I personally wouldn't recommend it unless your alliance is heavily focused on prestige. I do think Torch would be a decent option. Good nuke. Deathless She-Hulk's pretty good. I don't know if I'd rank 5 for the Thing. I think would be a very good rank 5. And then Jessica Jones as well, because I don't think people fight her much. I think she's a very good defender. But yeah, I'd say Science, honestly, is kind of the worst class in terms of rank 5s. I probably don't really want a Science rank 5, but it's got a skill. I would say that I think Okoye is far and away the best option here, because she's literally insane for everything. She was very, very good for Epoch and the Gauntlet. She's been very good, and then obviously I think she's maybe the fastest BG's attacker in the game, and she has decent utility, so I think she's just insane for everything. I'd say she's probably the best skill in the game currently. But Nick Fury, I think Nick Fury is very, very unique, because Nick Fury will always have his uses. There's never going to be a champ that just makes Nick Fury useless. Like a lot of, Serpent, for example, was the best defender in the game, and then they come out with Nico and he loses a lot of value. But Nick Fury won't ever really lose that value, because his sig ability where he can't die. So every fight, it's going to be at least 35 seconds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but he'll stall anyone in any meta. And there's certain metas that'll prevent nukes and stuff like that. It'll make him even better. And then his synergies, I think he's arguably the best synergy champ in the game. These are very good synergies here. Everyone gets 10 plus attack rating, even 20% if he's dead. This one with X-Pool, who's really good. All these synergies are very, very good. He's probably the best bleed in the game. He's very good for long form. So I'd say he's great. I'd say Bullseye is very good as well. Bullseye is going to be a lot more defensive, but I also think Bullseye is a very, very underrated attacker. He was my first skill rank 4. So for Bullseye, I would say the reason I think Bullseye is a very good rank 5, because obviously he used to be maybe the best defender in the game, but then Sinister, Okoye, there's a couple other counters that are pretty good counters, so he's not seen as good as he was. And then Yelena is pretty much the same as him now. But the reason I think he's great at rank 5 is because Okoye, at rank 4, she's still going to take any fight in probably 30 seconds. Bullseye is going to take a while to do the fights, but he's going to be able to do more fights with more utility. because his ability where he can't miss is very, very valuable. Nobody else in the game has it. And so if his whole kit is just utility, then at rank 5, that damage, which he lacks, will be there more. Okoye can't gain utility from rank 5. So, in my opinion, Bullseye's a good dual threat, and he has utility. The rank 5 will just make him better defender and give him more utility. So I would recommend probably Okoye, Bullseye, Fury, Crossbones would be my top 4. Crossbones is really, really good, but he's very, very hard to play. Like, look, if you're going to play him normally, like, just play him however you want, he's not that hard. But if you want to play him to, like, the max potential like MSD does, where you can get, like, 80 Furies, that's very, very hard to maintain. But he's very, very good, especially in long form, stuff like that. If he's... if you like him a lot, I'd definitely recommend ranking him. Needs Sig 200, but... yeah, I think he just does a lot of damage. I wouldn't recommend ranking champs that just do tons of damage, because they already do enough. Like, rank 4 Crossbones, I've never struggled with damage with him. So... I'd recommend him maybe 4th out of these bunch, or maybe Yelena. She's a good dual threat. Korg. If you have an Ascension 2 Korg, I think a rank 5 Ascension 2 Korg could be insane. I think that'd be, like, absolutely insane. Skill is a pretty good class here. I think maybe, I think everyone has Punisher as in rank 5, so I don't know if I'd... Lumitrix, very good option. I do Lumitrix for sure if you have him and you like him. Kingpin's alright. Zemo's a very popular choice right now because he's a good defender. He's good in long form. He's ascendable. He's high prestige. He's very good right now. But I think he'll fall off a little bit. I don't think he's that great. But if you like him, do him. Dr. Bond could be cool. We'll see. Chielis is very good as well. I think Stellar Force Star-Lord is pretty good if you're a big fan of him. But yeah, overall, I'd say Okoye, Bullseye, Fury, Crossbones, and Black Panther Civil War I'd also put up there. He's very good. Yelena as well. And then Mutant. Okay. Mutant is the easiest class. Every other class is pretty debatable, but Mutant's very obviously just Onslaught, Jean Grey, Britain, and Sinister. If you want to do a meta rank up, you kind of just need to do one of those 4. Onslaught's been one of the best in the game forever. I think Onslaught could be very good. Best... I wouldn't say he's the best dual threat here, honestly. I'd say Onslaught probably does the most overall. I don't even know. I mean, all these champs are very, very good. I'd probably recommend Jean Grey. I think Jean Grey is arguably the best champ in the game right now. I think she's going to be very, very good for all the Karinas. She's going to be very good. I think she'll be amazing for 9.4. She has great synergy. She's a great dual threat. I think Jean Grey is amazing. I'd recommend Jean Grey 100%. Then I'd go Onslaught 2nd, Sinister 3rd, and then Britain 4. The reason I do it in that order is because Captain Britain's the best defender out of the bunch by actually a pretty decent margin, but if you have a rank 5 Captain Britain, you're probably doing that for PGs, and you're probably never going to play her because there's no world where you don't have your rank 5 Captain Britain banned. Whereas Jean Grey, Sinister, and Onslaught, they'll probably be banned as well, but even if they're banned, you're still getting use out of them in other content and stuff like that. Captain Britain, while she's a great attacker, you're not going to use her as much as someone else, like Onslaught, Sinister, or Jean Grey. So yeah, I'd put them in that order: Jean Grey, Onslaught, Sinister, Captain Britain. I'd say it's pretty interchangeable, though, of Sinister, Grey, and Onslaught being the top 3. Dazzler's pretty good. Storm, I will talk about Storm. She will be my first rank 5, but that's also because she's my favorite champ in the game. So yeah, I don't know how much... She's not a great defender, though, but she's purely attack. But if you like Storm, obviously rank her. Prof X is very good for a lot of stuff. Emma Frost could be great with Ascension. Storm could be good with Ascension. Gentle's an underrated pick. I would say, for a rule of thumb for Ascension, if a champion's a good dual threat and they can get Ascendable, I would honestly recommend it if you like the champ. Like, I think rank 5 Ascension 2 of any defender is just going to be so, so good. Like, I think like a rank 5, like a rank 5 Ascension 2 Toad would be such a great dual threat. Kitty Pryde could be cool. Iceman. Domino is always up there. She's always been a really good defender, but I think she's too counterable now, is the only thing. And her damage is too inconsistent. But yeah, I'd say Mutant's definitely like the class where it's like obviously like the top 4. So I'd say, yeah, this is probably the best class. This is the class I'm hoping for. Well, I'm doing, I'll talk about that later, but okay. Cosmic. So this is arguably the best class in the game. As you can see, I don't even have the best 3 options, but yeah, they're all very hard to get though as well. Well, 2 of them are really hard to get, but so for Cosmic, I would say the best option would be, it's one of these couple on the bottom here. It's either Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, Deathless Thanos, not Maestro. Well, Maestro maybe, and then Serpent. I think Serpent is the best defender in the game, like by far. I think he always has been. There's definitely more counters, but I still think he's just absolutely broken. I don't know, it's very hard. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those 3. I think Dark Phoenix is definitely going to be more of a defensive. She'll just be banned every game, but I think she's also very, very cool. Like, I think it's just sick if you have a rank 5 Dark Phoenix. But I think Thanos is the best option here because, I mean, no, not as many people have Thanos as they do Serpent. And Thanos is not as good of a defender, but he's close. I think he's a better attacker. I think he's cooler. I think he's more fun to play. I think you'll get the most use out of him. So I'd use Deathless Thanos and rank him, and I'd do Serpent, and then I'd do Dark Phoenix. And then I think Maestro at rank 5 Ascension 2 would be like one of the best defenders in the game. Medusa would be very, very good as well. She's a good dual threat. Heimdall could be good now. He's pretty good. Nova. I think Hulkling is also another actually really good candidate. I think he's probably 4th after all those really good champs. Mine's rank 4 and he hits like a truck. Really good at attack and defense. Like I wouldn't recommend a Cole because Cole, like it's like a Koye where his damage is just so good. It's like you don't really need a rank 5 Cole. And then Carolina's very good as well, and she's actually a pretty good dual threat. But I mean, I don't think you need a rank 5, you know. So Scream could also be very good rank 5. She's a pretty underrated defender. So I think everyone should try to get Cosmic. Cosmic is arguably the best class in the game. And then Tech. Okay, so Tech, I think Tech is the most well-rounded class. There's about 10 champs here that you could rank 5, and I think it'd be a good idea. But I think far and away, I think this class has probably the best, like, clear-cut #1 option. So, like, I don't think any other classes, like, maybe Okoye and Spider-Woman are pretty clear-cut, but I'd say Stark Spidey is by far the best option. I think Stark Spidey, like, this selector for Karina's, I think if you can get this, you should genuinely get that, like, as quick as you can. Like, he's so good. I'd get him out of this, maybe get him from the other Karina's, which I've already done, obviously. And then I selected Spidey 2099 for the first Karina's twice, which is pretty dumb, but yeah. And I got him from Banquet. But I would take him from the selector and I'd give him a generic if you can. I would say I'd say he's the best attacker in BGs. I think he's the best overall attacker in the game. He has like the most ridiculous damage. Legacy has him rank 5. He's very, very, very fun to play. He's not a terrible defender. I mean, he's obviously not great. He's like no health, but he can do something. And yeah, I mean, he's by far the MVP for Epoch Gauntlet. Like, he takes like half the fights, which is ridiculous. He's going to be the best in every BG's meta. Yeah, I mean, he can just do everything. I'd say he's by far the #1 option. I'd rank 5 him if you can. As for other options, Nimrod could be a decent choice, but he's pretty, like, if he can take his matchup, he can definitely take it. So I don't think he needs more than rank 4, but he's a decent defender. Ultron is a decent nuke, but I don't think you really need it. Phantom Man is probably the second best choice because he's probably one of the best defenders, and then also great attacker, and he's Dimensional Beings, which is used for a lot of stuff. Ironheart is great utility. The Maker came out, he's very, very underrated when he came out, but he can take most of the top mutants. I think his value will grow in time. Or the Maker, if you have him rank 5 and they have a rank 5 Captain Britain or Jean Grey, you're fine. Like, he can still take those matchups. Pretty sure he's good against Onslaught as well. So I think he's probably the best mutant killer right now with all the new age mutants. I think I could definitely be a good rank up. Zola could be a good rank up, but I mean, Like, a rank 5 Zola Cole would still take out in like 30 seconds, but like everyone has their counters, but Red Skull's always been a good dual threat. Bastion I feel like would be pretty overkill. Sentinel I feel like would be a very, very good rank up. I feel like he's good for a lot of stuff. And then I would say, so Penny Parker is my personal favorite tech in the game. She's ascendable as well. I think aside from her two, like aside from Hulkling and Gallon, which make her kind of just useless, I think she's one of the best defenders in the game. Especially if you can get her that tanky. Like at a rank 5 Ascension 2, she'd have, her shield would be so hard to break unless you have one of those OP Cosmics. And she's a very, very underrated attacker. She's great in things like Coliseum. But no, I'd do Starkey, and I think that's pretty, like, I don't think that's really close. And then I'd probably do Phantom Man, Maker, and then Penny maybe. And then Mystic, pretty decent class. I would say that the best option here is actually Kushala, which I would not have said like very recently. I would have said by far do Neeko. Like I think Neeko's so broken. Like I think in terms of like broken, I think she's arguably the most broken character in the game. But there's been all these challenges, and she is tag. What is her tag? She is hero, and she has not been used for the Ordeal. She hasn't been used for Epoch. She hasn't been used for Abyss. So in long form content, Kushala is just way better. In terms of just overall questing, Kushala is way more consistent. She's way better. She's better in Coliseum. She's very, very good in Coliseum. I mean, I ranked forward my Kushala. She's been very, very good. She was the MVP for one of those Coliseum fights. She's been good for all the Karinas. I definitely recommend rank 4ing her, if not rank 5ing her for your first rank 5. The only thing is she's not a great defender compared to like everyone else here. But even then, I still think she's worth it. And then other options, obviously Pav. Everyone has this guy ascended for the most part. And I don't know, he's good, but I think he's like only good in Battlegrounds. So I don't know how I feel about rank 5 Pav. I think rank 4 Ascension is fine. I think it might be a little overkill to rank 5 him. Rincher could be a cool option. I have him rank 4, but I haven't got much use out of him, to be honest. But I still think he's cool. He's a good defender. Absman, I actually think would be a great rank 5. Great prestige, great defense, great offense. I think he'd be a great choice. Probably my second or third choice if I was to do a full meta rank up. Yeah, I think he's very good. Juggernaut, I definitely would not recommend Juggernaut. I think he's super overrated, super counterable, and I don't think you need him rank 5. Magic, I think should be a sick rank 5, but I don't really know enough about her gameplay wise to say that. And obviously Neeko, I think she's the most OP Mystic in the game, but I don't think she's the best where Kushala is. So I think if you're a hardcore BG's player, R5 Neeko. If not, I think Kushala is the better option. But overall, still, Neeko would be a great option. You can't really go wrong. And then an underrated choice here, I would say, is Wong. I took my Wong to rank 3. Everyone said it was overkill, but I've gotten great value out of it. There was the, I think it was the Crossbones boss in Coliseum where I did like 18 bars with a rank 3 Wong, and my rank 4 Kushala could only do like 3 bars at a time. But Wong is perfect for the way that the game's going. He's very good for long form. He's very, very, very good for Coliseum. Like he is insane survivability. He's amazing for Coliseum, which is very, very important nowadays. So I think a rank 5 Wong could definitely help you out. Do a lot of stuff itemless. I wouldn't count him off if you like Wong. And then Enchantress is another one because she's probably the best Mystic attacker or defender. But yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't recommend just rank 5ing her just for full defense. She'll just probably be banned every time you want to have much fun with her. And she is horrible on attack, like honestly awful. Destroyer is great as well. I think Destroyer, Chavez, and Werewolf could all be good options, especially if you get these two ascended. Both great defenders. Mojo is a very popular option. I think that's cool. Doctor Strange as well. If you have his ascension, I definitely recommend him. He's great. But yeah, those are the top options. So we'll just go over them again. I'd say Kushala, Stark Spider-Man, Jean Grey, Deathless Thanos, Spider-Woman, and then Okoye. So in terms of who I'm going to be rank 5ing, So for science, I actually have no idea. This is the one class where I don't really know for sure. I'm kind of leaning towards Hulk, I think, because mine's rank 3 right now. He's my first rank 3, but now obviously, as you see, I have a bunch of rank 4s. I just don't use them much anymore. But I think it'd be so fun at rank 5. I think it'd be awesome. I think he'd do so much damage. Leaning towards him. If not him, maybe like... I don't even know. Maybe Deathless She-Hulk? I don't have her yet. I'd maybe do her, because she looks really fun. Depends how much I like her, but she's not a great defender. Hulk's a pretty decent defender. Scorpion used to be maybe my favorite champ in the game, but after Banquet, I mean, he's still good, but just not what he once was. But yeah, probably between Hulk, Scorpion, and Deathless She-Hulk, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind getting Science, but not my favorite. Skill, this is probably my least wanted class, but I'm pretty set on Frankencastle. I think he's super fun. I think his kit's super cool. Decent dual threat as well. I would definitely wouldn't mind getting him. And then I would say for my second option, probably have to go with maybe Bullseye. I'm not really sure. Yeah, like I said earlier, I bring 4 Bullseye, and I think that he's really good. And I actually like Bullseye, not just because he's very good in terms of like BGs and meta, but because I think he's a cool character. And I think him critting every time is really good utility. But yeah, so I'd go Frankencastle probably. Maybe Nick Fury as well could be cool, but yeah. And then Mutant, so I'm doing Storm. She's definitely gonna be my first rank 5, like that's not negotiable. But that'll just be from the catalysts, that won't be from the class gem. And then for my second choice, I'm pretty set on Jean Grey as well. So I'm honestly hoping to get Mutant, and I can run rank 5 Storm and rank 5 Jean Grey, like every quest. I think that'd be so sick. And that's my one choice where it's like she's pretty meta, but I really do like Jean Grey. I think she's one of my favorite characters. I also like X-Bull a lot, and I like Sinister a lot, but it'd definitely be Jean Grey. I'm hoping for Mutant. These 2 rank 5 would be awesome. That's my most wanted class. And then for Cosmic, I think I'm gonna do Deathless Thanos. And you guys are like, you don't have him? But I'm getting him in like 10 days when this BG season ends. I need like 20k more Radiance, and I get the final piece. And then I'm gonna do him, get him through Necro and stuff like that. Probably gonna rank 5 him. The only other option, I thought about Corvus for a little bit. I thought Corvus, because I'll get him Ascension 2 like eventually from the box. I think a rank 5 Ascension 2 Corvus could hit very hard, could be very cool. But I mean, he's just not very good anymore. So I think it'll be Deathless Thanos. And also, if I can do 9.4, get him rank 5 from the Cosmic Gem, then I'm going to do his Karina challenge with him with rank 5. That should be very easy. Then I'm also going to do the Abyss Villains challenge with him, which he should just mow through. And yeah, I'll just use him for all that content if I can get him rank 5 before the hard content. That'd be very good. And if not him, maybe Medusa if I got her somehow. But yeah, I'd do Thanos. I would really, really like a Cosmic Gem. That's probably my second most wanted. And then Tech, I want to do Penny. Hopefully, if she was Ascended, it'd be like obviously like 100%. But yeah, hopefully I'll eventually get her Ascended, and then she'll go to rank 5. She's my favorite Tech in the game. I think she's so good. And if not her, I mean, I'm gonna do her. But if not her, I'd do Stark Spidey. He's been my favorite character, one of my favorite characters since like 2017. I used to use him as a 4-star, so I thought he was super cool. So yeah, one of these 2, but hopefully Penny. Hopefully I'll get her Ascended from all this stuff as well. That'll probably my 3rd most wanted class. And then for Mystic, okay. This is actually a very weird one, but I really want to get Ebony Maw to rank 5. I have a Mystic Gem for him. I've never really played him. But I think his playstyle is just so fun. Not even fun, I just think he's very cool. I really like the degens. I like the way he plays, I like the way he moves. And I think a rank 5 Maw would be so sick on defense. I don't think anyone else really would have that. Yeah, so that's who all I would do. In terms of who I want the most, I'd say Mutant, Cosmic, Skill, Tech, and then Mystic. But yeah, I'm happy with any class. I'm going to do 9.4 in a couple of days when it comes out, and then try to stack up some units from that, do all the Karinas probably in one go after that. I've got about 4,500 units saved up here, so yeah, pretty excited. And then yeah, so I'll make a video opening all the rewards for all that soon, in a couple of days probably, because I've gotten a ton of stuff saved up now, as you guys can see. Yeah, so look forward to that. That's who I'm in rank 5. I will make a dedicated video to each of my rank 5s, depending on who I do, and then some gameplay. So see you guys in the next one.